Hello everyone, this is the second chapter of C programming, C fundamentals. In this chapter, we will learn basic fundamentals of C programming. What is C language actually? Actually, C language is a structured language, structured, procedure oriented, and middle level language. Structured language means C language having a fixed structure to write a program. It is a procedure oriented, it's following the some procedure. It is a middle level language. Middle level language means what? It combines the features of low level languages also and high level languages also. So it is a middle level language. This language was developed by Dennis Ritchie at Bell's Laboratory in 1972. Actually, C language was invented for implementing the Unix operating system. Main purpose of this language to implement the Unix operating system. In 1978, Dennis Ritchie and Brian Kernighan published the first edition of the C programming language. And C language is an ANSI or ISO standard and powerful programming language. So sometimes in programming language their word is ANSI. Okay, so this ANSI and ISO are the two standards of the C programming. Where actually we are using this C programming language? Which are the applications of the C programming language? Actually, C language is used to develop system applications that forms major portion of operating systems such as Windows, Unix, and Linux. Okay. See, the code of this operating system is written by using the C programming language. Also, it is used in a different database systems, graphics packages. See, in graphics also we are using the C programming language. Word processor, spreadsheets, operating system development, many compilers and assemblers, network drivers, interpreters, all are using the C programming language. In various fields, we are using the C programming language. Then why learn C programming language? See, we know that this different application. There is a too many applications of a C programming language. So we learn C programming language and it is a base for many other languages. If you know the C programming language, after learning C, it will be the much easier to learn other programming languages like Java, Python, and many more languages. And many opportunities to work on open source projects. Some of the largest open source projects such as the Linux kernel, Python interpreter, SQLite database, etc. are written in C programming. So C is very important language. It is a basic language, base for all the languages. And here is a short history of C programming language as we discussed in the first slide. The C programming language is structure-oriented programming language. Okay, and was developed at Bell's Laboratory in 1972 by Dennis Ritchie. Initially, the name of the language is Basic Combined Programming Language, and C language features were derived from this language. Okay, so the next version of BCPL, there is an improved version of BCPL is C language. Here is a introduction about the C, where we are using the C language, which are the applications of the C, which are the real-time applications of the C. Then about the programming language, it is a structured middle level and machine independent language. Means code then on one machine it can run it on other machines also. So it is a machine independent. Then it is used in Windows, Unix, Linux operating system. Okay, these are written using the C language. And the real-time applications of this are used in a cellular phones, pumps, microwave oven, washing machine, etc. We are using in the C programming language. And here is the structure of C programming. As we are said, I had said in the last slide, this is a structure oriented. Here is a basic structure, fixed structure for C programming language. Here is the different section, documentation section, link section. After that, there is a definition section, then global declaration section. After this, the main function. Okay, main function section, then subprogram section. Here is the main section. Documentation section means here you can provide the extra information about your program. You can write the comment. You can write the multi-line comments to provide your information. Okay, so documentation section helps the user or programmer to get an overview of the program. Here, from here you can provide the information of your program. Then next one is link section. Okay, link section means what? Here we are declaring the different library. Means we are using the printer, scanf and many more functions of standard input output document. So we are declaring here the hash include stdio.h, or if you are using the math function, then you need to declare your math.h header file also. After that, there is a definition section. Okay, the hash define is used to define symbolic constant and macros. When you are using the macros in your program, then you need to write it in the definition section. After that, the global declaration section. Global declaration means this data, you can use this data throughout the program because this data is declared outside the main. So you can use this in this main function or in a subprogram function also. And after that, there is a main part. Okay, important part of your program, heart of your program is a main. Okay, every C programming must contain a main function because we need a main function. Without main, you cannot execute your program because the execution always starts from the main function. Okay, so it is necessary have a main function section in each and every C program. Okay, and after this main function, there is a curly braces. Means here you can write the set of statements. Means here is a statement, and here we are calling the each and every function. So see, here is a declaration part and executable part. So from here you can do the call to the function. So it will jump to the, it will find the definition of that function, it executes that definition, then again it will return to the main function, and after this you can jump out from this main function. So main function is very important. In that case, there is a two-part declaration and executable part. And this declaration and executable part must be in with a semicolon. So semicolon is very necessary when you are calling a function. After this, there is one more section, subprogram section. Okay, here is a subprogram section. So the subprogram section contains all the user-defined functions that are used to perform a specific task. Because we are using the user-defined function. What is meant by user-defined function? We are defining some function to perform a specific task. So subprogram section is also very important in our program. And this is all about the structure of C program. Many times there is a question in the exam, explain the block structure of a C programming language. So at that time you need to write the all the details, all the sections, and you can do the one example section and explain it properly. See, here is the C program development life cycle. See how actually the development of your C program. Okay, so here you are writing the step one, write a source code. Means here we are writing the source code, and after this we are including the different header files also. So hash include stdio.h. Okay, so we are including the header file. Okay, source code is your, suppose your program name is the first program. So first dot c is your program, and we in that we are including the different header files for the linking. Okay, then preprocessor. Preprocessor means what? Here we need some pre-processing of your program. Okay, second thing is pre-processing. So preprocessor directory must be processed first. So like a hash include something stdio.h or math.h or convo.h. Okay, and so pre-processing of this different, so include files, replace symbol. After that, we will compile our program. Okay, next step is compilation, compiling the source code. Okay, this is actually the second stage. Compilation contains the steps pre-processing, compilation, and assembling the code. Okay, after that, here is a link. Okay, here is a linking. Link edit means what? Here is a linking the object code. If the object code requires some pre-compiled library routines, then the linking of the program with the library routine is done with the help of a linker. We are using here linker. It will create the executable code. Then next comes in a picture is a loader. Okay, loader loads the program in a main memory for the execution. Okay, linking is for the linking only. Then it will create a .exe. Okay, so it will program into main memory. Loads the program into main memory for the execution. So CPU process it, CPU execute this code and it will give the output to you. This is a difference. These are the different steps to execute your C program. And see, means here is a analysis and user requirement first step, then design the program. This is a SDLC, software development life cycle. Okay, so here also we are designing this and then code the program, document and test the system and operate and maintenance the system. Maintain the system. These are the different stages. And next concept is we are using the functions as a building block. In C programming, functions are very important. And in each and every program, there is at least one function. Okay, which function? We are using the main function. Okay, and also you can use the different library functions, means the functions which are already defined inside the specific library. So you can use this type of a function, or you can create your own function. Means you can define your function. That is means by user defined function. You can declare, you can call, you can define the user defined functions also. We will see this in a details in a chapter functions. Thank you. In this part we had learned the different topics, why C language, where is C programming language is used, applications of C programming language, then short introduction, then structure of a C programming language, C programming development life cycle, and functions as a building block. Thank you.